Hello, my beautiful people. How are you? Good evening. It's too cold. How are you? Good morning. Good morning to those who have just woken up. How are you? Happy New Year. Happy New Year, people. Happy New Year, community. Happy New Year, Whitey. I hope everyone is doing great. So, yes, today it's January 4th. Happy New Year. You know, if God managed to reach you until this day, be grateful and say, I'm happy. Thank you, Jesus. Just thank God. Yeah, me, I'm happy. I'm grateful for the gift of life, even if I have a pimple here. Baby. So you know what you're Hello. Good evening. I hope you're doing great. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my live stream. Happy New Year to you. How was your December? I hope you enjoyed December the 31st. But me, I was working. Guys, we didn't even celebrate any New Year. There was no fireworks, just busy. Kids were busy doing their test, and wow, what a year. How are you guys? Hmm? I have never in my life, seen a country where people don't celebrate a New Year. Mohammed Asif said hi. Hello Mohammed, how are you? Salaam alaikum. I hope you're doing great. So guys, here there is no fireworks. I remember I woke up in the morning, no one even told me Happy New Year. Nora was like, guys, is this how people in Saudi behave? Like, no one tells you even Merry Christmas. No one even wishes you a Happy New Year. Guys, I was like, what's going on? Please kind of give your host a thumbs up. Hey, so, hey, Muhammad Asif, how are you? I hope you're doing great. So, guys, I was wondering, and I was like, kids were going to school. I remember in Oman, Assalamu alaikum. I don't even know how to respond, baby. Hey guys, so no one even wishes me, was like, Nora, Merry Christmas. No. Nora, Happy New Year. No. I told someone Happy New Year, and the reaction was like, maybe I didn't. And I was like, did I just say Happy New Year? No one responded. Guys, what's going on? you know, even if you're a Muslim, but when someone tells you Happy New Year, at least say Happy New Year too. It's just to lift up someone's spirit. You're growing. Remember, every year we grow. Every year we grow. Like if it reaches your month, if you are born in January, then your age adds a number. There's a number that's being added on your age, right? That's the funniest thing. And today I was actually cleaning, and then I thought of, thank you so much for the thumbs up. And then I was like, guys, recently on August, I just celebrated my birthday. And I was like, this year you mean I'm 30? I was like, God, what's going on? Guys, do you see? I was thinking about that. I was like, am I in my dream or I'm just awake? Because I recently just celebrated my birthday, and now the year has ended and another number has been added on my age. And then today, people were just moving around. I was like, you guys, don't you know that we have entered the new year? They were like, yeah, 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 yeah. There's a world where you live in when people are just living randomly. They're just in their own world. They don't care whether it's a new year. They don't care if. Guys, I think being a Christian is too much of work. Being a Christian, I think being a Christian is too much of work because you cannot live around and then people don't even say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. No one. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, Happy New Year. People were like, you're making noise for us. I was like, what? And the beautiful thing about Uganda, Muslims, they do celebrate a New Year in Uganda. But here, no one was even saying a word. Muhammad Asif, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. No one even said a word. I was like, Mache, what's going on, guys? If no one can even say anything, you see, guys, at least, anyway, I won't complain too much because, yeah, it's normal. It's normal. But let me tell you guys something. Just be grateful. As long as you made it today, just say, I made it. A lot of people, hey dear, good morning, good evening. I'm starting to get confused with others who always come here because it's morning on the other side of the world. I usually say good morning to them. Good evening, my dear. How are you? Happy New Year. So guys, I'm here complaining. You see, no one here wishes me even a happy New Year. Oh my. But anyway, one thing I would say, I'm so grateful that there's a lot of things that I've seen the quite a bit of changes and um, joy. You feel the new experience, you feel the new energy when you see some things are being changed, and you're like, you know what, God, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm good. How are you doing? I'm all right. Mishi, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Happy New Year. Ah, so that's how my day went. And I went to sleep. And I woke up. And I had to do other jobs. And then no kids here went to school on 31st. Second, they were in school. They did exams on December. They were doing exams. I was like, what? And then I remembered Mohammed said hi. And then I remembered in Oman on December, kids never went to school. They were home. So what's the difference here? In Dubai, kids didn't go to school the entire December. They didn't go to school because my friend is working in Dubai, and her boss's kids, some of them they're in international school, some of them are in this government school, and then go to school. But here in Saudi, they went to school up to now, and tomorrow they are going to school. And in January, yeah, in Uganda, Feb, that's when they will be opening school. In Uganda, schools are starting to reopening on Feb. That's when students are going back to school. But here, and the funniest thing here, they will be having like a holiday on Feb. Education system here, it's so different. If it was in Uganda, they would have told you guys you're just chilling, nothing. You're chilling too much. You know, chilling too much. And but anyway, that's Mishi. So, thank you so much, Mishka. Thank you so much. I really appreciate for the thumbs up. Thank you. But one thing that I will say, however much that has happened, this phone battery is low. Okay, my dear, I understand. The only thing I will say this year is that I'm really grateful for the gift of life. You know, my family and I, we are okay. However much, yes, but we are still going because we don't know what's ahead of us. But every day you have to be grateful for today, for yesterday, for another day. As long as you're still there, you're breathing, just say, thank you, Father. Because even when the year ends and the new year comes, there's a lot of lives that people lose. A lot of people lose their lives. A lot of things happen. But if you manage to make it until the end of the year, until the end of the month, you say, Father, thank you. You know, every day you have to say thank you. Every minute you say, thank you, Father. I'm still here. I'm healthy, strong, and I'm living. I'm enjoying every beautiful thing that you created in this world so that I can be able to enjoy it. That's how someone with a gratitude of thankful they be. They are not like, today I didn't get this. You know, I failed to say this in my life. Even if I don't have something, I always don't say that I don't have. What's in my mind, I'm like, but I'm still here. It means tomorrow I can get it, or any minute I can still have it. Why should I have to say that I don't have it? You know, that feeling, there's always someone that always says, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have. And this person, I once told this person that, you know what, you always say you don't have, that's why maybe God doesn't give you. Yeah, you have, but God doesn't give you it all the way you want it because you've never been grateful for what you have, because you always say, I don't have. Even if you have, I don't have. Look around you. Yes, you may be around living in a small house and then you don't have a bed, but you have a place where you sleep. At least say thank you. You're not sleeping on the street. You have a roof under your head. You have a saucepan. You can cook soup or anything that's around you. Even if you don't manage to have rice and chicken, be grateful of the little things. Some people, they have everything around them, but they'll be like, I don't have this, I don't have this. I'm like, you ask them, you're still breathing. It means you still have yourself. You know, you still have your sensitive. You have the right to speak. You have two hands. You know, someone says, I don't know how you have two hands to go out there and struggle. You have two hands to go out there and stretch and make sure that your kids have food to eat. Me, I recently grew up and I started seeing things. When I was young, I never knew how like my mother could struggle to put food on the table. I was just like seeing everything there. But now I'm also a grown-up person. I know now. I feel the difficulty that she used to face as a single mom. My dad was there, but you know these men who don't even want to know about you. That's how my dad was, and then you grow up. Your dad is like, "Hey, you've forgotten about me. Do I really? Do I really? Or maybe you're the one who had forgotten about me." But that's not it. I realized that my mom really went through a lot, and every time I talk to her, I just say, "Mama, thank you. You know, thank you, Mama." And she's like, "Why are you always thanking me?" Because I feel somehow guilty that she really went through a lot. And then we were just demanding this. But the good thing is that when we were kids, we were really kids that cooperate. We don't just ask without even, if we don't need it, we don't ask. But if there is something, and then she tells us, guys, you know, We used to be team, and then you come and tell you guys, you know what, today I don't have this. Can we guys cooperate on this? And we're like, okay, mom, we'll be able to manage. We were like that, mom, don't worry, today we'll be able to manage this. It's okay. Tomorrow, growing up with that attitude. And today I ask myself, one question that I ask myself, why am I humble? Why am I not like other kids? I'm not just bragging, but I'm just asking myself, why am I not like other people? And then I told myself, in me, something told me that because you know what you want, if you always know what you want, you learn to be humble. Because this world, if you're not humble, it will humble you in its own way. I'm telling you. It will humble you in its own way. If you want to rush with things, it will also rush you. And at the end of by rushing it, you'll again start regretting and you'll be like, I wish. You know that feeling of I wish I didn't have it? It's so hard. That feeling, it's so hard, let me tell you guys. It's so hard. But one thing you have to know is learning how to bear it. Learn how to control everything around you. Don't go around and say, oh, they say so and so, they're having a better life. Sometimes when you're doing something and then you see others having a better life, our hands are not all the same. Our fingers are not all the same. You see, fingers are not all the same. So that's how also we human beings we are. Today you might see someone is having a car, right? And then you're like, why am I not getting mine? Do you know how many people have asked me that, why are you not yet married? I'm like, maybe the right one hasn't yet come, yes, and I know the right one hasn't yet come because all the one I've met there, nasty, we don't get along, misunderstanding, they don't understand me and I don't understand them. So I'm like, why can't I just live my life and work hard for myself as a woman while I do my other things? But instead of waiting, and then someone also told me, why do you work so hard when you're a woman? Why don't you just wait? And then you wait for that Mr. Right to come. He'll give you everything. I was like, I'm not like that. I don't wait for free things. I want someone to find me when I'm somewhere. Because God created me to do something for myself, not to wait for someone. Because if I was here in this earth to wait for God to put food on my table, He would have shortened my life. Because He would have said, like, this one has no use. He's just lazy, waiting for things to be given to her. But if you always know that I have to stretch my hands and do something so that my life can change. You know how fun it is when someone tells you that, get married. Getting married, it's such a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for the heart. Thank you so much. I love you too, dear. Getting married, yes, I know it's a blessing. Everyone would love to have that feeling of being married to someone who cares to you, someone who understands you. It's good, more special when you get married to your best friend. Both of you are friends. You understand each other. You understand that mistakes are mistakes. But again, when you find someone who does not understand you, it's a totally a working. It's a working, and you're like, what's wrong with this one? The words that I hate to hear coming out of a man is that I never wanted this. You're not my type. Why do you always want money? I'm the one who bought for you that. I hate to hear those words. That's why I always stretch to work hard, because I hate hearing the word, I gave you this, I did that, I did that, I did. Every time I look around me, I'm like, I gave myself that. It gives me joy. When something belongs to you, it gives you joy so that no one. Yeah, you're here. Thank you, darling. Whenever you give yourself the things that you want as a single woman, you feel good because no one is demanding for it, but yourself, you're looking around you, you're self-independent. You know, someone once said, and I also had this kind of mind, there's a time I had this kind of mind, and this person said that an independent woman can get pregnant and not even tell you anything. That they are pregnant, they have their babies, and you never know. One day you're walking around, you see that kid who looks like you, and you're like, huh? And then you're like, what? So I also felt like maybe I should one day try it. But again, I told myself, no, 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 I can't waste myself like that. That's also another thing. Nowadays having babies, it's by choice, right? Yeah. Some of people who are independent, yeah, having a kid is like, it's a choice. Because you don't want to go through the stress of a heartbreak, explaining. Someone says you're talking maybe to your brother, who was that? Who are you talking to? Who is he? And then someone's just blabbing around and you're like, what's going on? Hey Vikram, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Hi, thank you for the thumbs up. You hate explanation. Someone is always asking you questions and you're like, why is he asking me questions? It's something that really irritates. Those are things that annoys, you feel angry, you feel like you don't want to answer a person, and then, who is he? Yeah. So you mean I can't even talk to my friends and, okay, so let me enjoy my life, let me enjoy. When the time comes to get married, even the YouTube, even, I think that will go live on my wedding day. so that people can witness that she has finally been taken. Because this thing of being there and you're like, everyone is like looking at you like a flower. I think I'll grow more flowers on my garden so that I can attract more butterflies. Yeah, for now, while I still prepare myself. That they say, don't be the one chasing people. Let the butterflies be the one chasing you, because they are always on you, because you have what the butterflies. One thing my dad said to me, we don't get along that much. I don't hate him and I have nothing towards him. I just respect him as my father because he is my father. I'm a Christian and the Bible says respect your father and honor your father and your mother. So I'm that kind of a kid. I respect both of them. Even if one wasn't there, but I still respect him. So one day I was with my friends from outing, and then the next day I decided to pass because he saw me in the morning. We had gone for clubbing, and at around 5 in the morning, by then I was just 22, we were going back home to sleep from clubbing. Hey my dear Said, how are you? And then we were going back home. It was 5 in the morning. We were like boarding the taxi, the Uber. So we were many, but we were trying to find how to fit into the Uber. And then my dad saw me. He didn't say a word. He just kept quiet. So I went back home. That day I slept for some hours. And then later on I decided to come back to the town. We call it Tao. So when I went back to Tao, my dad was like, the only thing he said was like, I think you should work so hard so that in this life you don't have to suffer. And let me tell you something. Men want women with something. So work hard and have something. You see people chasing you around. Stop. It was like he was trying to tell me that I saw you with those guys. I don't like seeing you hanging around with such people. I'm alright. Happy New Year. Say music. How are you? I hope you're doing great. And then, up to now, I always keep that in my mind, but I manage to understand because, sometimes when someone speaks in proverbs, you totally will understand what they are telling you. But if you're not easily a person to understand, totally you will not understand when someone tells you something in a proverb way. But me understand everything that he told me, and I'm so happy that whatever he told me, I was always on my phone, so I can't let anyone just come into my life and just, like, more especially young guys, because I used to hang out with young guys. We go, clubbing, having fun, as you're a youth, and around you, all you have to do is experience the life. So they say, there's a say where they say, when you reach at the age of 40s, there are some things that you don't have to attend. You can't attend the clubs where there was only youth. What are you going to do there? Unless you're into young kids. Those are the men that you find. The men are in their 40s, they're in their 50s, but they are still hanging around to places where young, like teens, 18, 20, they are hanging around. No. If you're 40, go to the place where you're 40s, the 30s, where they're hanging around. Don't go to where 18 and 15 they are hanging. Don't. You're already a grown up person. Find another place where you can go and hang out. So that's how life is sometimes. And then you look. In Africa, getting married is not so easy. Young men, they don't want to get married. Young men, they are more after sugar mummies. They want money. They don't want to work. Secondly, I think not known in Africa. A guy will tell you, I love you, but they don't love you. You give yourself all. You find sometimes it's you again who is in a relationship with yourself. Being in a relationship with yourself is when you're the one providing everything to yourself. You're living with a man, but you will find yourself buying everything to yourself. You're buying food, clothes, you're buying yourself phone, you're taking yourself to the salon. Guys, yeah, this is really exercise. I'm tired of squatting. And then you're the one doing everything to yourself, but no one is helping you around, It's too much. Guys, yeah, squatting is actually really so hard because I'm near the basket. So that's how you find things. People will always have something to say, Just being patient. Patient is always good. As a young girl, that's what I can say to my fellow young women. That sometimes if you're not into a rush, just take things easy. And then you do your own thing. And then you live your own life like you matter in this world. I think I'm doing that talking too much. Stretch my back here. Where my work is. Alright, my people. Hey. So that's how things are. Others will say, Nagi, this is what has happened. But guys, let me ask, has anyone ever been kind to you and you've been scared of their kindness? That's me. Recently, there is someone who has been kind to me, but I was like, this kindness, I don't like it. You're afraid of someone being too kind to you. You're wondering, after all these years, what really happened? What really happened? What has really changed about this person that you find someone is just doing you good, and then you're like, is this really okay? Is this really okay? Why you always have to be scared? If you're hearing the noise in the background, my roommates, they are studying. I'm telling you guys, here students are still in school. There's no holiday, I think, but on Feb they will be going for holiday. That's the only thing I know. But for now, it's a homey staying thing. No one is going anywhere, only me at home. So tell me, guys, how is that side? Judge me. What's good about that side that I don't know? What's new in India? You guys have a president. I've never had. The only person that I know is that is he a prime minister? Yeah, that's the only guy that I always see. Any news so that we can celebrate together? Oh, guys, let me first get a jacket because it's too cold. I'm freezing right here where I'm standing. It's so freezing, and I was just living free, which is not good. Guys, judge me. What's new? What's new? Let me give you the news that today. So, the first thing when I opened my phone, the first thing that came, it was a headline. The South Africans have broken like a record of spending their money, like 7.7 billion on just on Christmas, 25th and 26th. And then when I saw that on the news, you know what came into my mind? I was like, people are really enjoying their people are not willing to just sit there. And then they were like, we hope you guys you've saved for January. Really, people really love spending 7.7 billion on alcohol. That's the power of drinking, the power of boozing. And then I know the way I know South Africans, they can booze. Those guys, they can booze. I see them in Uganda, they are like so crazy. When a person comes, even they can buy like 20 bottles to 30 bottles, only 2 people. And then they speak and they're like, oh no, random. You're like, what? Yo, hey, you joke with people when they start to drink. And another one got drunk. A police officer got drunk and released the prisoners to go and celebrate the New Year. Wow. It was actually their day. What a miracle. Being in prison and then the warden comes when he's drunk. He opens the door for you and tells you guys go and celebrate, and you come back. Do you think anyone will come back? Just imagine, he was asked, why did you have to release them? Like, I was drunk and I wanted them to go out and have fun. I told them to come back. Guys, even a kid, even if it's a kid that you've been imprisoning for so many years and then you open the door for them, you tell them to come back. I don't think anyone can come back. That's a lie. Hello, my dear. Me from Malaysia. Safi. You're from Malaysia. Hi, how's Malaysia? I hope you're doing great. Well, me, I'm from Uganda. Nice to meet you, my friend from Malaysia. You're most welcome. So, and that was in Zimbabwe. I was like, Mugabe once said, people need to work hard. So I was just laughing. I was like, really, this world is really changing. Well, in my country, in Uganda, people were complaining that instead of people going like to have fun in kadankes, in disco, people went to church. So musicians, their concerts did not work well. That's how things were in Uganda. You know how crazy that is. Others are saying people are spending 7.7 billion. Others are complaining about another one releases a prisoner. That's really great. But that warden who opened for the prisoner is the one who really made my day, because I was wondering, how can you tell someone that I'm letting you go, celebrate the new year, after that you come back? Who will come back? That was one of the funniest things, because you will not see anyone coming back in prison. Who go back in the prison? Someone maybe has been having so many years, but I think that day they prayed. It was their God. You know, sometimes some things happen. God can use someone. So guys, it's time to iron some clothes. We are ironing some clothes here. It's freaking cold. It's really cold. It's freezing. But guys, you see, this weather is better than the summer. Summer is worse. Summer you cannot sleep. Others will be asleep and you will be awake. So me, I rather go with the winter because it's cold, but you sleep. When it's summer, it's too hot. You're having a hard time to breathe. You cannot sleep. Ugh, you can imagine. You could Hey, 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 darling. How are you? Hey. Hey, you might forgive me, but I'm ironing. How are you? Most welcome. You're most welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. But anyway, you know what? This weather is really good. However much it's cold, but me, I enjoy it because I sleep like a baby. Yes? Okay. Coming. Mama, I'm coming. back. Who is there? How are you guys? Hmm? Thank you. Happy New Year. So it's cold. Just coming from outside, but it's too cold. I feel cold. Someone told me that why do you bathe every day and when it's cold? Hey guys, hope everyone is doing great. You're welcome. Please can I give your host a thumbs up? Can I touch you? It's cold. It's really freezing today. Let me take you around with me. We are going to the house door while I do my work. I know some of you will be wondering, why can't you take us with you? Now let me take you with me and then see how I do my things. Don't mind the way I'm breathing, guys. It's too cold. Even my lips are dried. The boyfriend to kiss me and then my lips becomes too soft here, but nobody gonna touch my lips. Nobody's gonna touch my lips. Hey, my dear. You know, now I'm moving around, putting clothes and arranging them. It's really super cold. So I'm just arranging the clothing back to the wardrobes. And then we go. There we go. You know, nowadays it's outside. It's almost dark outside, and nowadays I start preparing dinner at around 5 to 6 for the kids because it's cold and they feel hungry so fast. And then we have to do things the way you want them to be done. Let's go. And then she fell down. So you may wonder, now why are you moving? it up. Guys, I don't know if you can plane up. So I'm taking you through the window view, you see? Next to the mountain. That's the neighborhood around me. See out. So that's how it looks here. So you see how beautiful our neighborhood looks. There's a plane going up. Let me zoom it so that you can see. Where is it? It's a beautiful. You see the mountains? The mountains are behind houses. That's the rock. The other side where you see the building, that's the town, the nearby town, and it has the park where kids can play. So that's how our neighborhood looks. So me, I'm up the roadside. Now we are heading back to our post. Back to our post. And here we're in my room. So we're going to arrange my clothes now into the wardrobe. So this is my room. This is where I sit. It's a washing room at the same time. It's yeah, me, I'm not afraid of showing someone where I sleep. See, that's my room. Washing machine, and those are my clothes. And there, that's where I may sleep. And my heater is right there with my tea. So we're done touring my room, guys. So now that's where I stay. That's where she lives.